The Real Bio Protocol, full documentary script. Growth hormone is flooding your bloodstream right now, and you are probably wasting 90% of it. Here is the thing that nobody tells you. GH does not just trickle out slowly like some leaky faucet. It explodes in massive pulses, and if you are eating the wrong foods at the wrong times or training when your body is not primed or sleeping in a way that destroys your natural rhythm, you are leaving muscle recovery, fat loss, and anti-aging benefits on the table every single day. The pharmaceutical industry knows exactly when these pulses happen. Elite athletes know. Biohackers know. But for some reason this information never makes it to the average person trying to optimize their health. Today that changes. Welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness, and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about growth hormone timing. We are going to cover exactly how it works, what the real science says, the results you can expect week by week, and exactly what you need to do to get the most out of it. Stay with us until the end because we are going to give you the full protocol. Let's get into it. By the end of this video, you will know exactly when your body releases the biggest GH pulses, how to time your sleep for maximum output, when to train to amplify your natural production, and which peptides can stack on top of your biology to take this to another level. This is not theory, this is actionable science you can use starting tonight. ACT 1. The setup here is the problem. Most people treat growth hormone like it is some mysterious force they have no control over. They think you either have good genetics or you do not. They think GH is only for athletes who inject illegal substances. They think sleep is sleep and training is training, and the timing does not matter. This is exactly what keeps people stuck. The fitness industry wants you to believe that the only path to results is more supplements, more programs, more complexity. Doctors rarely talk about GH optimization because there is no prescription they can write for better sleep timing. There is no pill for training at the right hour. But here is what the research actually shows. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that 70% of your daily growth hormone is released during sleep. Not spread evenly across the night but concentrated in the first 90 minutes of deep slow wave sleep. Miss that window and you are missing the majority of your natural GH production. Another study from the American Journal of Physiology showed that exercise-induced GH release can increase baseline levels by up to 400%, but only when training is timed correctly relative to your circadian rhythm, and only when certain nutritional conditions are met. The system is not broken. You are just not working with it. ACT 2, the science. Let us talk about what the research actually reveals. Growth hormone is released in pulses. Your pituitary gland does not just drip out GH steadily. It fires in bursts roughly every 3 to 4 hours, with the biggest pulse happening about 60 to 90 minutes after you fall asleep during your first deep sleep cycle. A landmark study from the University of Chicago measured GH secretion across hundreds of subjects and found that the amplitude of this first nocturnal pulse was directly correlated with sleep quality. Poor sleep equals weak pulses. Fragmented sleep equals missed pulses entirely. Here's where it gets interesting. Research published in Neuroendocrinology showed that blood glucose levels directly suppress GH release. When your blood sugar is elevated, your pituitary essentially goes quiet. This means eating carbohydrates or high glycemic foods within 2 to 3 hours of sleep can blunt that critical first pulse by up to 80%. The science on exercise timing is equally clear. A study in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that resistance training performed in the late afternoon between 4 and 6 p.m. produced significantly higher GH responses compared to morning training. This aligns with your natural cortisol rhythm, which peaks in the morning and drops in the evening, allowing GH to rise more effectively. ACT 3. How it works. So what is actually happening in your body during these pulses? Think of your pituitary gland like a pressure cooker. Throughout the day, signals build up. Growth hormone releasing hormone from your hypothalamus, ghrelin from your stomach when you are fasted, the suppression of somatostatin which normally keeps GH in check. When you fall into deep slow wave sleep, all these factors align. Your brain waves shift into delta frequency, your body temperature drops, cortisol hits its lowest point, and your pituitary releases a massive burst of growth hormone into your bloodstream. This GH travels to your liver where it triggers the release of IGF-1, which is the actual growth factor that repairs muscle, stimulates collagen synthesis, burns fat, and regenerates tissue. One leads to the other. No pulse means no downstream benefits. Exercise works through a similar mechanism. Intense resistance training creates metabolic stress and micro damage. Your body responds by amplifying GH release to facilitate repair, but this only works optimally when cortisol is naturally declining, which happens in the late afternoon and early evening. Peptides like CJC 1295 and ipamorelin work by mimicking or amplifying these natural signals. They do not replace your biology, they enhance it. CJC 1295 extends the duration of GH-releasing hormone, keeping your pituitary primed. Ipamorelin triggers release without spiking cortisol or prolactin. Together they create bigger pulses without disrupting your natural rhythm. ACT4. The protocol here is exactly what to do. For sleep optimization, stop eating 3 hours before bed minimum. Your last meal should be protein and fats with minimal carbohydrates. This keeps blood glucose low and growth hormone signaling high. Sleep in a cold, dark room. Studies show that temperatures between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit optimize deep sleep duration. Use blackout curtains. Remove all light sources. Train between 4 and 6 p.m. if possible. Focus on compound movements. Squats, deadlifts, presses, rows. Keep rest periods between 60 and 90 seconds. This metabolic stress maximizes GH response. For peptide stacking, the gold standard protocol is CJC 1295 without DAC at 100 micrograms combined with ipamorelin at 100 to 200 micrograms. Inject subcutaneously at night before bed on an empty stomach. This amplifies your natural nocturnal pulse rather than creating an artificial one. Some advanced users add a morning dose as well, but nighttime dosing remains the priority because it synergizes with your largest natural pulse. ACT5. Week by week results. Week 1, you will notice improved sleep quality, deeper, more restorative sleep, more vivid dreams which indicate REM optimization. Week 2, recovery from training improves noticeably. Soreness decreases faster, energy levels stabilize throughout the day. Week 4, this is where body composition shifts become visible. Fat loss, particularly around the midsection, starts accelerating, muscle fullness increases. Week 8, skin quality improves. Collagen synthesis is now in full effect. Fine lines reduce, hair and nails grow faster and stronger. Week 12, this is full optimization. You are now stacking natural GH pulses with peptide-enhanced release and proper training timing. The cumulative effect is profound. Better physique, better recovery, better aging. You now understand something that most people will go their entire lives never knowing. Growth hormone is not random. It is predictable. It follows rules. And when you work with those rules instead of against them, everything changes. You are not at the mercy of genetics. You are in control of your biology. The science is out there and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the real bio protocol. If you got value from this video, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe. It is completely free and it takes 2 seconds. We drop new content every single day, so hit that notification bell. See you in the next one. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.